Welcome to the Unesh Value Train where, actually, if you didn't know this, you're encouraged to follow your dreams. As far as the opening hand goes, yeah, let's go mulligan. I'm not super wild about this hand. Let's see what we rip into. Did I hit keep on that one? Oh, I did. I hit keep. Never mind. All right, we're keeping on this one. All right, let's go lands. I meant to hit the mulligan button. We're going to make this work. All right. Let's go, Unesh. Let's drive us into some really good value. We're going to need it. Let's get those lands going. I'll cover our commanders in just a second. Yeah, I was waiting for the cards to kind of shuffle up, and it passed it back over there. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. We'll go get at least we're online for Thought Vessel and to Sapphire Medallion, the extra planar lens. And we still have Thirst for Knowledge to go for, too, so that wasn't too bad. I just wanted to see a few more lands other than one land. So the fact that we drew into another land, that makes me feel a lot better. We were playing Unesh, Cryosphinx Sovereign, the official driver of the value trade into outer space where you're encouraged to follow your dreams. Sphinx spells cost 2 less to cast. Whenever Unesh or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put 1 pile into your hand, the other pile into your graveyard. Opponent's going to get down an Arbor Elf, so they'll be online to get down Nissa pretty quick. Let's see what our opponent... You too. There we go. Get that closed out, and I'll cover what Nissa does in just a second. Let's go and get the island down. And do we want to go for the Sapphire Medallion or Thought Vessel? Let's go and go for Thought Vessel. I guess technically either way, we're going to be able to, if we go for Sapphire Medallion or Thought Vessel, it's not going to matter. But we'll have the reduced cost of the Thirst for Knowledge, but we'll at least be able to go for that next turn if we don't hit the lane drop. Or we can simply just get down the Sapphire Medallion and get that reduced cost going. But, oh yeah, Nissa. Need to cover Nissa first. So whenever Nissa enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic forest card. Put it into your hand, untap target forest. Search your library for a basic forest card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, we got some land destruction. All right. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, exile her, and then +1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield, otherwise put it in your hand. -2, a legendary 4/4 elemental token. And then for -7, untap up to 6 target lands. They become 6/6 elemental creature tokens. And let's see if we hit we draw the Hedron Archive. Let's go to get the Sapphire Medallion down. Still have a little bit of hope off that Acid Moss. It definitely did not help us, kind of set us back on lands. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. Kick it back over there. Cover both commanders, free time. We can talk about whatever we want. That's going to be me streaming. So, I streamed last night. It was really cool. It was the first time that I've ever streamed. It was very last minute. I streamed on MTGO Traders YouTube channel, and in fact, if you want to check it out, I have a link down in the description below. But it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely something new, and I'm really excited to kind of get that into my content offering. But I'll give everybody a little bit more of a heads up. I kind of only gave everybody like a 30-minute heads up over YouTube, and part of that was because Taryn, I saw on Twitter that Taryn was out of town, and Taryn normally streams on MTGO Traders YouTube throughout the week. And so I saw that he's gone, and I just had Space Ghost Coast to Coast stuck in my head that I wanted to take over his show, his stream, and so that's what we did. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of people show up. Me and Pleasant Kenobi, we jammed a game of Commander, 1 versus 1 Commander. I was on Omnath Road Rage, and he was on Rafiq. Yes, he was on Rafiq. And I'm not going to spoil how it ended up in case you want to go watch it or if you missed the stream. But me and him played, and that was pretty cool. Giant Monster Games made an appearance. Eli was there, and a few other people. Henry from EDH Rec, that was really cool. And, various people that I recognized within the comments, and that was really cool seeing everybody there. And I'm excited to do more of it. I really got a good taste for it. The hard part is, I'm used to recording to where I'm just sitting here at my desk talking by myself. Chrome Mox. Okay, that actually gives us a little bit head on mana. So we can exile Chrome Mox, or we can simply just go for the Thirst for Knowledge. They've got 3 cards in the hand. Let's see if we can't make the land drop. Let's go ahead and go for Thirst for Knowledge. It's going to cost 1 less off the Sapphire Medallion. And then we'll kind of go from there. We'll get the Chrome Mox down, and then we'll slowly start working into this. But at this point right now, we're mainly looking for... Oh, there we go. Got some more lands. We'll go ahead and discard... Do we want to get rid of an artifact? Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the Cage Sun. I think we're okay with that. Yeah, get rid of the Cage Sun. We've got that Chrome Mox. Let's go ahead and get the island down. Do we want to exile one of our Sphinxes? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. We'll get the Chrome Mox down. We're going to exile the Sphinx Ambassador. That way we just kind of get ahead on mana. Basically, we've kind of bounced back from that land destruction spell that our opponent blasted on us. Let's go get that Sphinx Ambassador. And the next turn we'll be online for Hedron Archive. We can get that down. Or if we simply want to go for Unesh and start getting some extra value, we can definitely go for that. But yeah, as far as the stream goes, it's, I'm sitting at my desk right now just talking and playing, so I can fully concentrate on the game. But it's like a whole different animal when you're streaming and trying to keep up with the chat. Not that the chat is distracting, but it's just kind of, that's part of streaming. It's getting used to that, and it was fun. I don't know. It was just, I thought I wouldn't be as good at it. I didn't think I would do that well, and I felt like I did did a pretty good job of it, not a bad job of it, and I can't wait to get some more under my belt. But as far as me streaming more in the future, I'm definitely going to be doing that. Probably, I'm looking at least a once a week schedule, somewhere around that. I'm just going to, they said, all right, let's go for it again. Let's get you. Luckily, we have another island in the hand, and we got Chrome Mox, so we're staying ahead of it. But once we get Unesh down, we'll hopefully kind of push past this one. Untap the forest, go for it. But yeah, I'll be probably streaming about once a week, and outside of the normal stream where I'll, just play some pickup games, definitely want to be streaming the Church of Athens. We're going to have Blue Mana in response to that. I'll be doing like Church of Athens on Sundays randomly, and really want to do Magic After Dark like at night on Twitch. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. Like get some Nekosaur out there, actually have it feel like a late night show with people being in the audience. I don't know, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I'll be doing that in the future, and I'll definitely be giving people a little bit more of a heads up on that one. So I do apologize if you weren't able to make the stream and you wanted to view it live, but I didn't give you a heads up. It was just kind of last minute on that one. But I'll get some sort of schedule going, and we'll kind of have some fun from there. Their opponent is sitting at 3 cards in the hand, and they do have Nissa flipped on the battlefield. So Sylvan Library, okay. Now, as far as going for Unesh next turn, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're looking at 5. We're going to be able to get down to the island. Let me make sure we're looking at that right. It's going to be 5 total mana. So we'll still be online for the Temple of the False God here in a couple land drops. Drawn to Elder Deep Fiend. It's going to get the island down. Yeah, Unesh is going to, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 reduced cost off that. So let's go ahead and go for the Hedron Archive. I like that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. We will tap out for the Hedron Archive. This is going to give us enough mana to tap out for Unesh. The only thing right now is that we're actually kind of bottlenecked on blue mana. We do have extra Planetary Lens in the hand, so if we do start ripping a few more islands, we can get that going. But at this point right now, we're kind of limited to at least just 1 Unesh per turn. So depending on what we get down with Unesh, we're definitely going to be going for whatever the island pile is. Definitely going to get that going. Okay, Napoda gets that Sylvan Library trigger done. But yeah, I'm really excited about doing that, and I'm definitely going to be going into more... I want to be streaming some Modern too. I play a lot of 1 versus 1 Commander. I do a lot of that, and as you can tell, you watch my videos daily. I don't know why I didn't explain that to you if you're watching my video. But yeah, I love Modern a lot too, so I'll be streaming some Modern into the future, and I'm really excited. It's something that's going to be fun. And in fact, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch too. I'll probably do some random streams on my actual YouTube page, and also be doing it on the MTGO Traders YouTube channel. So the way it's kind of set up, I do decks for MTGO Traders, but I have the option to stream if I want to. And so I'll be doing random streams on the MTGO Traders page too. All right, opponent's going to get down the Druid, so they've got a ton of mana on the battlefield. Luckily, they just made the land drop, so yeah, they have nothing left in the hand. As far as going for Nissa with a -7, they're only sitting at 5 at this point right now. With them just kind of basically depleting all of their resources out there, getting all their mana dorks out there, they can dig a little bit deeper with Sylvan Library. I feel like we're going to be in a good spot, though, to go for Unesh. And with us having Elder Deep Fiend, it's going to be a really good reduced cost to go for that tap 4 permanence. That might allow us to maybe get around. If they get some creatures with reach, we're going to hopefully maybe kind of swing in for an alpha swing with that. All right, drawn to Leyline of Anticipation. Let's go and go for Unesh. We need to get that down. I'd like to make an island land drop if we can. So it's going to be 1, 2 off the Hedron Archive. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 off the Thought Vessel. There we go. Let's get Unesh onto the battlefield, and then we'll be able to go from there. Now, one of the Sphinxes that we do have in here that allows us to get it down pretty quick is going to be the Avenger, I think. It has a surge cost, so if we somehow rip into that, we'll be able to cast it for 1 blue mana off the Chrome Mox. Other than that, we just want to get some creatures onto the battlefield. Oh, wonderful. Stubborn Denial. Now, typically with the Unesh value piles, what you want to end up doing is taking whatever Sphinx is going to allow you to keep the chain going. But at this point right now, since we're kind of playing around our opponent, I really love Stubborn Denial with the counter-target non-creature spell. That's going to allow us to kind of catch anything off guard from them, especially if they're going to go for some really big, overwhelming Stampede or something like that. I really like having access to Stubborn Denial, and especially if they're going to give us a land split on this one. So we're going to go and grab that one. We're going to choose pile 2. Let's go and get the island down. It's going to give us 2 islands, and then anything anything else. And I think we're going to go and pass the turn. So that will be 3 total lands. So we're actually 1 more land drop away from getting down the Temple of the False God. But I like having Stubborn Denial. Stubborn Denial is kind of one of those cards, and especially in Unesh, that really, you're looking to get down Unesh, and then you have just a 1 mana counter target non-creature spell. It's really good for the Unesh deck. All right, I'm just going to get the Sylvan Library trigger. Okay, and they get the Sylvan Library trigger. But yeah, as far as that Revolt Zoo deck that I was talking about, so I put out a Revolt Zoo deck for MTGO Traders. It was probably about 3 or 4 months ago. I don't remember the exact time. Time flies when you just play nothing but Magic. But I did it a long time ago. It's one of the first decks that I Elemental Creature Token. Whenever it dies, create an XX green Elemental, which is the number of the creature cards in your graveyard. Okay. Random. But yeah, so the Revolt Zoo deck, and basically this kind of revolves around Burning Tree Emissary. You also want to use stuff like a Hidden Herbalist to get the extra mana onto the battlefield, and it's a really fun deck. And with Bloodbraid Elf being unbanned, I was like, all right, let's kind of throw this in there. So I was playing in the tournament practice room, and I played against a deck that I was using a Lotus Cobra to that style of effect. It was a little bit bigger zoo. They had what is it? The Selesnya Renegade Rallier, I think, some Renegade Rally, basically it enters the battlefield. If you have Revolt active, you get to return converted mana cost 2 or less to the battlefield. So it kind of inspired me to go for that. Let's do this turn, and I'll kind of explain a little bit more. Ooh, we definitely have Metalcraft online. Let's go ahead and go for the Argent Sphinx. It's going to be 2 blue mana. Let's tap the Chrome Mox down. Go for that. And this is pretty much what you want to do with Unesh. Start casting these creatures out there, get some really good value. And with the Metalcraft is that we can exile and return to the battlefield at the beginning of our next instep. Let me make sure that's correct. The beginning of the next instep. Yeah. So we'll get that extra value pile off of that. Let's see if we can't make some of these island land drops. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Remand, Glyph Keeper. Oh, yes. See, our opponent's going to split it up. And also, I'd like to remind you, if you are flying on the Unesh value train, we're probably going to be running into some unexpected value pretty soon. So if you don't have that seatbelt buckled, I would greatly appreciate it if you do. Thank you. But yes, there we go. Have to get the official pilot announced on that one. All right, so our opponent's going to split it up like this. It's going to be Remand, Island, and Teleria West. So we want the Glyph Keeper. We have 1 more in the hand. That's going to be us making the land drops for Temple of the False God. We're going to have the bounce off of this. I like going for pile 2. I like Remand. I love Remand. Let's go ahead and get the island down. And then I think at this point we could go for the Leyline of Anticipation, and we'll still have Remand up to kind of counter whatever they've got. I think at this point I kind of like just leaving up the Argent Sphinx, exile it, return to the battlefield at the beginning of the next instep. Yeah, let's go and go for that, because we're still going to have Remand off the Hedron Archive, and we'll have the reduced cost off that. Do we want to swing in for 4? Let's go and swing in for... Does anybody... No, excuse me. The Seed Guardian does have reach. Yeah, we'll go and push in on Nissa, though. So at least kind of go and force it. They don't really have any creature cards in the graveyard. So we'll go and push in with the Unesh on this one. Swing in at Nissa. They have the 3-4 over there. If they want a chump block, they're not really going to get that many. They're not even going to get a token, I don't think, off that one. X number of creature cards in your graveyard. Yeah, so there's no creature cards in the graveyard. We'll be able to keep Nissa under control. And then we'll have Remand and Stubborn Denial online next turn. If we wanted to, we could go for the Sphinx of War Isle. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. It's going to cut us off blue mana. Yeah, I like leaving... We can go for it next turn. I like leaving up Remand and Stubborn Denial. And then we'll go and go for the bounce off the Sphinx. There we go. Exile that, because we do have Metalcraft online. And we'll get that extra Factor Fiction at our next instep. Alright. Bounces out. Enters the battlefield. And we still also have Glyph Keeper out of the graveyard. It's going to be a Balm for 7. So it's going to be a pretty big price off that one. We'll see if we end up going for that or not. We'll get the Unesh value trade. Oh... Spell Swindle, Burnish Heart, and then Clever Impersonator. With Clever Impersonator, yeah, there's nothing really that good. We could go for Seed Guardian, but we're going to get the value scoop. Yep, there we go. We got the value scoop. All right, that is an official win condition with the value, with the Unesh value trade is the value scoop on that one. So, I'm still going to go ahead and post. It just always makes me laugh. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to get a lot of extra value from the Ardent Sphinx. So we're going to be able to keep bouncing that, getting those Factor Fictions going. We've got Remand. We've got Stubborn Denial online to start countering some of our opponent's stuff if they want to go for that. At this point right now, like, we could have gotten the Sphinx. We could have got the Sphinx of War Isle down if we wanted to, but I really liked leaving up Stubborn Denial and Remand. They had 1 card in the hand. With us knocking down Nissa, we were in a really good spot to kind of push past our opponent. Because pretty much after the Ardent Sphinx, we're going to get that extra value. We get the Sphinx down, and then we're just start, since we do have protection in the hand, we'd be able to start getting down some of these different Sphinxes and then start going beat stick, especially with our opponent not having any sort of reach out there. So anyway, if you enjoyed riding on the Unesh value trade, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.